I have to be honest. There's something about a left-handed quarterback that always fascinates me, and so watching him was amazing because it always fascinates me because you see the right-handed motions and it all looks natural and it all looks great, but then you get a left-hander throwing and it's like, what? But Cole looked good. I think he's got enough of the arm strength that, I don't know if it's quite Josh Allen like that with the arm strength, but he's got good placement with it. He had good receivers there that, helped him out with that a little bit too. Scrambling ability is top notch. I mean, obviously I'm looking at Raz. He had a 987 on his Raz score, so he tested out of this world. Decision making. Let's see what I got wrote down here. Athletic, good runner. I thought there was maybe a little bit of a hitch in his motion when he threw, but otherwise it was a pretty smooth motion. Good accuracy, good strength. So, I really did. And the hitch could just simply be the left-handedness of it all, but it just looked like he had this weird, whole go through with it that kind of threw him off for me. But you know, like I said, JJ and Jake seem to think that he could even slide into round 2 of this draft. So, there's a possibility there. I don't know, but I do like Cole. I mean, he would be a solid pickup for the Packers.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna be one of those like where does he end up going kind of guys because like if he goes mid day 3 and like he goes to a team like Green Bay who can truly develop him, that would be one of the I think best case scenarios for him. Whereas like if he goes in day 2, he gets into that like honestly Malik Willis or Will Levis range where it's like you're like one game from starting, and I think that's a little too much pressure too fast for him. Where he's like you said, Joe, the holdup I have with him is, and it's not a small school thing. It's like a big arm, not enough coaching thing with quarterbacks. Where it's like, to me, he looks like a guy where, and I think this is where the hitch you're kind of seeing in his throwing motion is where when you get these guys who have big arms and then they're like told, okay, you got to start throwing with touch. The mistake a lot of them make is like, oh, throwing with touch means I throw softer, and that's not how it works. Like if you look at the guys who can throw with touch, it's their throwing motion still looks the same for the most part. Like you look at Rodgers, Favre, Love, guys who had like some of the biggest arms, and then it's like, oh, but they could also just feather the ball in, and it's not like, oh, they go from full wind up to throwing a dart kind of thing. It's like it's still the same throwing motion, but they know how to like lighten their grip on the ball, or like maybe it's the tech. Whereas like Cole, and like I said, this is a very prevalent thing where you see like his throwing motion, it does legitimately slow down when he's like, I'm gonna try and float this over a linebacker, or I want to feather this into the flat kind of thing and stuff. So to me,